The year is 1983. I was in touch with the ground. I was lost and I was found, and I was hungry like a wolf. But even worse than that, I wore parachute pants. That's right, perhaps you've seen a video, a young person from the 1980s. Adults, males and females wearing parachute pants, a drawstring, big, baggy, billowy material, and then another drawstring at the ankles. It wasn't just MC Hammer who played the fool. It was I, and it was many of us. Don't let that be you. If you are a young person, you can avoid the perils and the pitfalls of really bad fashions. But more than that, you can avoid some serious disasters if you will stop playing the fool like I was. There's an entire book in the Bible dedicated pretty much to you, a young man or young woman. It is the book of Proverbs, which pleads with you to be wise. There are two ways to grow in that category. Most likely, you are choosing the foolish way. What is the foolish way to become wise? Wear the big baggy pants, the parachute pants yourself, and don't listen to your elders. You see, if I had been a wise 20-year-old, I would have listened to older people who went, "Skinny boy, those pants, I think we need to get you some Dockers." And I would have listened to it, but I didn't because I was a fool. And now I have to look at pictures of me with parachute pants. Oh, it gets even worse than that. It was the late 80s. That's right. Not only did I have a Billy Ray Cyrus-like mullet before Billy Ray Cyrus even was known, I had a permed mullet. Why? Because I wouldn't listen to wisdom. Don't be a fool like me and take the foolish road to wisdom. Learning the hard way. It's the school of hard knocks. Get off of that road. Instead, exit onto a highway called wisdom of elders. Listen to older people. This will be the hardest pill you ever have to swallow. Admitting that you are like me, a permed mullet, parachute pant-wearing fool. That is all of us. And I'm not saying this to you to be mean, young person, but so that you can be wise and avoid some really serious mistakes. Look, parachute pants and permed mullets, as hideous as that image is, and I'm sorry, I should have warned you to get yourself one of those airplane bags that you could breathe into at the moment, but there are far greater pitfalls for you. You're probably thinking, oh, like the big sexual stuff, getting pregnant, getting somebody pregnant, doing drugs, becoming a crackhead. Now, you want to avoid those, but there's actually another ditch of foolishness. You don't want to go into it. It's the ditch of wasted years. It's the ditch of just doing what everybody else is doing. I'm not even talking about sinful stuff. I'm just talking about low stuff. Doing things that everybody else does, participating in all of the events that everybody else does, and never doing great godly things for your Savior. Now, that probably hit your ear and you went, I'm not sure that's so exciting. It's because you're foolish at this moment, and we all suffered from that malady. And the fool who's willing to go, all right, I'm going to trust my Bible, and I'm going to trust older people because my Bible says so, and I'm going to get off of that low road and onto the high road of wisdom, learning from others so that you can avoid more than fashion faux pas, but so that you can avoid pain, regret, not just for the big ugly sins, but for simply not being productive and godly those early years of your life. So may I challenge you, young person, would you be willing to swallow hard and admit, get ready for this, Your parents know more than you do. I know that's a big one right there, but I'm just telling you, God has ordained it this way. They're older than you and they know more than you. If in your 20 and you encountered a 10-year-old, maybe you even had to babysit for the 10-year-old, would you think that you knew more than the 10-year-old? Of course you would, because you've got an entire decade on that kid. So of course you know better, and you would expect that young person to listen to you for his or her own good. Got a question for you. How old are your parents? Most likely they're more than a decade older than you, probably at least 2 decades older. Certainly they've got more wisdom than you possess. The foolish person goes, bah, whatever. I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to chart my own course. I'm going to set sail. More nautical analogies coming your way. I'm going to sail in that direction because I know the harbor that I want to arrive in, and I want to cruise to get there. I want to be on the Love Boat. I think I'm done now. May I encourage you to listen to the Bible and listen to your mom and dad. Their batting average, it is better than yours is. Yep, they're going to strike out on occasion, but overall, they're going to do better in making decisions than you will. Furthermore, there are people in your church, they know more than you do. The fool goes, oh, church schmirch. I don't need that. I've got things to do. Yeah, you do. You've got works that God has prepared for you, and you won't be doing them if you remain in the camp that I resided in for way too long, the camp of fools.
Hey folks, Crazy out here, wanting to tell you about a new product called Conflict. Todd and Dr. John Street will walk you through what? The biblical approach to conflict. Oh.